Hello, and welcome back to English with Ease. I'm Megan, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Before we get started with this lesson, we're going to play a game. It's called Finish the Sentence. I'll give you the beginning of a sentence, and your job is to finish it in the comments below. This way, you get to practice writing in English and also see how other learners complete the sentence. For example, if I say, "My favorite food is," you could finish it by writing, "My favorite food is pizza." Easy, right? All right, here's today's sentence. If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would go to. Now it's your turn. Finish this sentence in the comments below. Don't be shy. There's no wrong answer. In this episode, we're going to explore something that happens every single day in your life. Whether you realize it or not, you use these words and phrases constantly. They're the bridge between silence and conversation. They're the first words you say when you meet someone new at the coffee shop. They're what you hear when you're waiting in line at the store. They're the simple sentences that turn strangers into friends and awkward moments into comfortable conversations. What am I talking about? Small talk sentences, those natural, everyday phrases that native English speakers use without even thinking about them. And by the end of this video, you'll have 50 of these powerful conversation starters ready to use in any situation. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you found yourself in a situation where you wanted to start a conversation but didn't know what to say? Maybe you were standing next to someone at the bus stop. Maybe you walked into an elevator with a coworker. Maybe you were sitting in a waiting room with a stranger. These moments happen all the time, and they're perfect opportunities to practice English and connect with people. The problem is, many English learners freeze up in these situations. They know grammar rules, they can write essays, but when it comes to those simple, natural conversations that happen every day, they feel lost. That's because small talk isn't really about perfect grammar or complex vocabulary. It's about being human. It's about sharing a moment with another person through simple, friendly words. Small talk is everywhere around you. When someone says, "Nice weather today," while walking past you in the park. When the cashier asks, "How's your day going?" When your neighbor mentions, "Looks like rain," while checking their mailbox. These aren't deep philosophical discussions. They're gentle ways people connect with each other throughout the day. And here's the beautiful thing about small talk. You don't need to be an advanced English speaker to master it. You don't need to know thousands of words or complicated sentence structures. You just need to know the right phrases and feel comfortable using them. That's exactly what we're going to build today. I've carefully selected 50 small talk sentences that cover every situation you'll encounter in daily life. We'll explore conversations about weather, work, travel, food, weekends, and so much more. Each sentence comes with a clear explanation of when and how to use it. Then we'll practice it together so you can hear the natural rhythm and flow. So here's how we'll work together. I'll introduce each category of small talk with some background information. Then I'll say each sentence clearly and slowly. After I say it, you'll have time to repeat it back to me. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on copying the sound and feeling of the words. If you need to pause the video and practice a sentence several times, that's completely fine. This is your learning experience. Ready? Let's start with the most universal small talk topic in the world. Something everyone can relate to, no matter where you live or what language you speak. Something that affects all of us every single day and gives us endless things to discuss. The weather. Let's practice 10 essential weather small talk sentences together. After each one, I'll explain when you might use it and give you time to repeat it with the same natural tone. Beautiful day, isn't it? We use this when the weather is pleasant and sunny. You can say this while walking outside, waiting at a crosswalk, or sitting on a park bench. It's positive and invites the other person to agree with you. Now you repeat. Beautiful day, isn't it? It's getting chilly out there. It's getting chilly out there. This means the temperature is dropping and becoming cold. You might say this when coming inside from outside, or when you notice people wearing jackets. It's a gentle way to acknowledge the changing weather. Now you repeat. It's getting chilly out there. I hope this rain stops soon. I hope this rain stops soon. We use this when it's raining and we're feeling a bit inconvenienced by it. Maybe we want to go outside, or maybe we forgot an umbrella. It expresses a common rain stop soon. Now you repeat, I hope this rain stops soon. What a gorgeous morning. What a gorgeous morning. This is an enthusiastic way to comment on beautiful morning weather. You might say this when the sun is shining. The air feels fresh, and everything looks bright and clear. It shows appreciation for the start of a new day. Now you repeat, what a gorgeous morning. It feels like summer is finally here. It feels like summer is finally here. We use this when the weather becomes warm after a long, cold winter or spring. It expresses relief and happiness about warmer temperatures returning. People often say this during the first really warm days of the year. Now you repeat, it feels like summer is finally here. I can't believe how windy it is today. I can't believe how windy it is today. This expresses surprise about strong wind. You might say this when your hair is blowing around, when you see leaves or papers flying, or when you have to hold onto your hat. It's a way to share the experience of unusual weather. Now you repeat, I can't believe how windy it is today. Perfect weather for a barbecue. Perfect weather for a barbecue. We use this when the weather is ideal for outdoor activities. Sunny, warm, with a gentle breeze. It suggests that the weather makes you want to spend time outside with friends and family. You might say this on weekends when the weather is particularly nice. Now you repeat, perfect weather for a barbecue. Looks like we're in for some snow. Looks like we're in for some snow. This means you think it will snow soon, probably based on the appearance on the sky or weather reports you've heard. It's a way to prepare others for upcoming weather changes and start a conversation about winter activities. Now you repeat, looks like we're in for some snow. This humidity is unbearable. This humidity is unbearable. We use this when the air feels thick and sticky. Usually during hot summer days, humidity makes everything feel more uncomfortable, and this sentence lets you share that feeling with others who are experiencing the same thing. You might say this while fanning yourself or wiping sweat from your forehead. Now you repeat, "This humidity is unbearable. At least the sun is shining. At least the sun is shining." This is a positive way to find something good about the weather, even when other conditions aren't perfect. Maybe it's cold, but sunny, or windy, but bright. It shows optimism and helps turn a complaint into something more cheerful. Now you repeat, "At least the sun is shining." Excellent work on those weather sentences. Now let's move to our next category, one that's incredibly useful for building relationships and showing interest in the people around you. Workplace small talk. Whether you work in an office, a store, a restaurant, or anywhere else, these conversations happen every single day. They're the friendly words exchanged in hallways, at coffee machines, during lunch breaks, and in elevators. Workplace small talk serves multiple purposes. It builds relationships with colleagues, creates a friendlier atmosphere, and shows that you're approachable and interested in others. The key to workplace small talk is keeping it light and professional. You're not sharing deeply personal information, but you're also not being cold or distant. You're finding that comfortable middle ground where colleagues can connect as human beings while maintaining appropriate boundaries. Here are 10 workplace small talk sentences that will help you navigate any professional environment with confidence. How was your commute this morning? How was your commute this morning? This is a gentle way to start a conversation, especially on Monday mornings or after holidays. Everyone has to travel to work somehow, so it's a universal experience. It shows you care about their day and gives them a chance to share if their journey was easy or difficult. Now you repeat, "How was your commute this morning?" I need more coffee to function today. I need more coffee to function today. This is a humorous way to express tiredness or the need for energy. Most people can relate to depending on caffeine to feel alert, so it often creates a moment of shared understanding and maybe a laugh. You might say this while walking to the coffee machine or kitchen. Now you repeat, "I need more goodness in coffee to function today." Thank goodness it's Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. We use this expression on Friday to show excitement about the upcoming weekend. It's a classic piece of workplace small talk that acknowledges the universal feeling of looking forward to time off. It often leads to conversations about weekend plans. Now you repeat, "Thank goodness it's Friday." The meeting ran longer than expected. The meeting ran longer than expected. This is something you might say after coming out of a lengthy meeting. It explains why you might be behind schedule, and it invites sympathy from colleagues who have experienced the same thing. It's a way to reconnect after being away from your desk. Now you repeat, "The meeting ran longer than expected." How's that project coming along? How's that project coming along? This shows interest in a colleague's work without being too intrusive. It's professional but friendly, and it gives the other person a chance to share their progress or any challenges they're facing. Use this with people you work with regularly. Now you repeat. How's that project coming along? I'm ready for lunch already. I'm ready for lunch already. This expresses hunger or the desire for a break, usually said in the late morning. It's relatable because everyone gets hungry, and it might lead to conversations about food or lunch plans. You could say this while passing someone in the hallway, around 11 or 12 o'clock. Now you repeat, I'm ready for lunch already. Did you catch the news this morning? Did you catch the news this morning? This is a way to start a conversation about current events without being too specific. It allows the other person to choose what they want to discuss or simply say they haven't seen the news yet. Keep it light and avoid controversial topics. Now you repeat, did you catch the news this morning? The elevator is so slow today. The elevator is so slow today. This is perfect small talk while waiting for or riding in an elevator. It's an immediate shared experience that everyone in that moment can relate to. It acknowledges a minor frustration in a light that way might lead to a brief, friendly conversation. Now you repeat, the elevator is so slow today. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to the weekend. This expresses anticipation about upcoming free time. It's positive and might lead to conversations about weekend activities or plans. You can use this from Wednesday onward as people start thinking about their days off. Now you repeat, I'm looking forward to the weekend. How do you like working here so far? How do you like working here so far? This is perfect for newer colleagues or people you don't know well yet. It shows interest in their experience and gives them a chance to share their thoughts about the workplace. It helps build connections with people who are still adjusting to their environment. Now you repeat, how do you like working here so far? Wonderful job with those workplace sentences. Now let's explore small talk that happens when you're out and about in your community. These are the conversations you have with neighbors, people in shops, fellow customers, and friendly strangers you encounter during your daily activities. Community small talk is special because it creates connections in your local area. It turns your neighborhood from a collection of strangers into a place where people know each other and look out for one another. These brief, friendly exchanges make everyday errands more pleasant and help you feel like you belong wherever you live. The secret to good community small talk is being observant and genuine. Notice what's happening around you. Comment on things you both can see or experience. Be authentic in your friendliness without DL being too personal or intrusive. Let's practice 10 community small talk sentences that work perfectly in shops, on the street, in waiting areas, and anywhere you interact with people in your local area. This place is always so busy. This place is always so busy. You can use this in crowded stores, popular restaurants, or any location with lots of people. It acknowledges the shared experience of being in a bustling environment and often leads to brief conversations about why the place is so popular. Now you repeat, this place is always so busy. I love what they've done with this store. I love what they've done with this store. This works when a business has been renovated or redecorated. It's a positive comment that shows you pay attention to your surroundings and appreciate improvements in your community. Shop owners and employees especially enjoy hearing this kind of feedback. Now you repeat, I love what they've done with this store. Have you been waiting long? Have you been waiting long? This is perfect for waiting rooms, lines, or anywhere people are queuing for service. It shows consideration for others and often leads to conversations about the wait time or the service you're both seeking. It's polite and empathetic. Now you repeat, have you been waiting long? They have the best coffee in town here. They have the best coffee in town here. Use this to compliment local businesses and share your positive experiences. It might help others discover good places, and it shows support for local establishments. You can adapt this sentence for any product or service you genuinely enjoy. Now you repeat, they have the best coffee in town here. I've never seen it this quiet before. I've never seen it this quiet before. This works in places that are usually busy but happen to be calm when you visit. It's an observation that others present will likely agree with, and it might lead to discussions about why it's unusually peaceful. Now you repeat, I've never seen it this quiet before. Excuse me, do you know what time they close? Excuse me, do you know what time they close? This is a practical question that serves as natural small talk. It's helpful information you genuinely need, and asking a fellow customer or passerby creates a brief, friendly interaction. People are usually happy to help if they know the answer. Now you repeat, excuse me, do you know what time they close? The service here is always so friendly. The service here is always so friendly. This complements the staff while creating conversation with other customers who might agree with your observation. It's positive and helps build a pleasant atmosphere wherever you are. It also shows you appreciate good customer service. Now you repeat, the service here is always so friendly. I hope they don't run out before we get there. I hope they don't run out before we get there. Use this when you're in line for something popular or limited, like fresh bread, sale items, or event tickets. It expresses a common concern that others in the same situation will understand and relate to. Now you repeat, I hope they don't run out before we get there. This neighborhood has really changed over the years. This neighborhood has really changed over the years. This works with people who seem familiar with the area, like longtime residents or regular customers. It opens conversations about local history and development. Keep it neutral and let the other person guide whether they think the changes are positive or negative. Now you repeat, this neighborhood has really changed over the years. Perfect timing, no crowds today. Perfect timing, no crowds today. Say this when you arrive somewhere and find it pleasantly uncrowded. It's a positive observation that others present will appreciate, and it acknowledges the good fortune of avoiding busy periods. You might use this in stores, restaurants, or public spaces. Now you repeat, perfect timing, no crowds today. Great work practicing those community small talk sentences. Now, let's move into one of my favorite categories because it involves the people who live closest to you. Neighbor small talk. These are the brief, friendly conversations you have with people who live on your street, in your apartment building, or in your local area. Neighbor small talk is wonderful because it creates a sense of community right where you live. When you know your neighbors, even just a little bit, your home feels more welcoming and safe. These conversations usually happen spontaneously. Maybe you're both checking your mail at the same time. Maybe you're walking to your car as they're walking to theirs. Maybe you're both in your gardens on a sunny afternoon. The beauty of neighbor small talk is that it's low pressure and natural. You don't need to plan these conversations. They just happen when you cross paths with the people who live near you. And over time, these brief exchanges can develop into genuine friendships and a stronger sense of belonging in your neighborhood. Let's practice 10 neighbor small talk sentences that will help you connect with the people who live around you. Good morning. How are you today? Good morning. How are you today? This is a classic, friendly greeting that works anytime you see a neighbor. It's warm and shows genuine interest in their well-being. You can use this when you're both leaving for work, getting deliveries, or just stepping outside. Now you repeat, "Good morning. How are you today?" Your garden is looking absolutely beautiful. Your garden is looking absolutely beautiful. This compliment works wonderfully when neighbors put effort into their outdoor spaces. People love hearing positive comments about their gardens, flowers, or yard work. It shows you notice and appreciate their efforts to make the neighborhood look nice. Now you repeat, "Your garden is looking absolutely beautiful." I love the smell of your barbecue. I love the smell of your barbecue. Use this when neighbors are cooking outside and the delicious aromas drift over to your property. It's a friendly way to acknowledge their outdoor cooking. It might even lead to conversations about grilling techniques or favorite recipes. Now you repeat, "I love the smell of your barbecue." Have you lived here long? Have you lived here long? This question works well with neighbors you don't know very well yet. It helps you understand who's new to the area and who might have interesting stories about how the neighborhood has changed over time. It's a gentle way to learn more about the people around you. Now you repeat, "Have you lived here long?" We should get together for coffee sometime. We should get together for coffee sometime. This takes neighbor small talk to the next level by suggesting a deeper connection. Use this with neighbors you've chatted with several times and feel comfortable around. It's a natural way to develop friendships with people who live near you. Now you repeat, "We should get together for coffee sometime." Did you hear all that noise last night? Did you hear all that noise last night? This works when there's been construction, loud music, or unusual sounds that affected multiple neighbors. It's a way to share the experience and maybe figure out what caused the disturbance. Keep it curious rather than complaining. Now you repeat, "Did you hear all that noise last night?" I think we got each other's mail again. I think we got each other's mail again. This happens sometimes when addresses are similar or mail carriers make mistakes. It's a practical reason to talk to neighbors and shows you're honest about returning their mail. It often leads to brief conversations about postal delivery. Now you repeat, I think we got each other's mail again. Your dog is so well behaved. Your dog is so well behaved. Pet compliments are wonderful neighbor small talk. Most pet owners love hearing positive things about their animals. This works when you see neighbors walking their dogs or when pets are playing in yards. It's a warm way to connect over shared appreciation for animals. Now you repeat. Your dog is so well behaved. I saw the moving truck earlier. Welcome to the neighborhood. I saw the moving truck earlier. Welcome to the neighborhood. This is perfect when new people move in nearby. It's welcoming and helpful, and new residents usually appreciate knowing their neighbors are friendly and observant. It might lead to conversations about where they moved from or how they're settling in. Now you repeat, I saw the moving truck earlier. Welcome to the neighborhood. Let me know if you need anything while you're away. Let me know if you need anything while you're away. This is incredibly thoughtful to say when neighbors mention they're going on vacation or traveling for work. It offers practical help and shows you care about their property and well-being. Good neighbors look out for each other this way. Now you repeat. Let me know if you need anything while you're away. Excellent work with those neighbor sentences. Now, let's explore small talk in one of the most common social situations you'll encounter: social events and gatherings. These could be birthday parties, work celebrations, community events, religious gatherings, or any situation where people come together to socialize and have a good time. Social event small talk serves a special purpose. It helps you meet new people, reconnect with acquaintances, and navigate potentially awkward situations with confidence. At social events, people expect friendly conversation. They want to learn about each other and share experiences. This makes social gatherings perfect opportunities to practice your English in a welcoming environment. The key to successful social event small talk is being genuinely interested in other people. Ask questions that show you care about their experiences. Share appropriate information about yourself. Find common ground and connections. Remember that everyone at social events wants to have a good time, so your friendly conversation contributes to the positive atmosphere. Let's practice 10 social event small talk sentences that will help you shine at any gathering. Hi there. I don't think we've met before. Hi there. I don't think we've met before. This is a perfect way to introduce yourself to someone new at a party or event. It's friendly and straightforward, and it opens the door for natural introductions and getting to know you conversations. Use this when you want to expand your social circle. Now you repeat, hi there. I don't think we've met before. How do you know our host? How do you know our host? This is classic social event small talk that helps you understand connections and relationships. It might reveal shared friends, work colleagues, or family connections. This question often leads to interesting stories about how people met or know each other. Now you repeat, How do you know our host? The food here is incredible. Have you tried the appetizers? The food here is incredible. Have you tried the appetizers? Food is always a safe and enjoyable topic at social events. This comment shows appreciation for the host's efforts and might lead to conversations about favorite dishes, dietary preferences, or cooking experiences. It's positive and relatable. Now you repeat. The food here is incredible. Have you tried the appetizers? What a lovely venue for this celebration. What a lovely venue for this celebration. This complements the location and shows you appreciate the effort that went into planning the event. It works for weddings, parties, corporate events, or any special occasion. It's a positive observation that others can agree with and build upon. Now you repeat, what a lovely venue for this celebration. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Are you enjoying yourself so far? This shows genuine interest in someone else's experience at the event. It's caring and might lead to conversations about favorite parts of the gathering, people they've met, or activities they've participated in. It demonstrates good social awareness. Now you repeat. Are you enjoying yourself so far? I love your outfit. Where did you get it? I love your outfit. Where did you get it? Compliments about clothing or accessories are wonderful social event small talk, especially at more formal gatherings. People often put extra effort into their appearance for special occasions, so they appreciate recognition. This might lead to conversations about shopping, fashion, or personal style. Now you repeat, I love your outfit. Where did you get it? This music really sets the perfect mood. This music really sets the perfect mood. Music creates atmosphere at social events, and commenting on it shows you're paying attention to the environment, lead to conversations about musical. This might preferences, the band or DJ, or memories associated with particular songs. Now you repeat. This music really sets the perfect mood. Have you been to one of their events before? Have you been to one of their events before? This works well at recurring celebrations or events hosted by the same people or organizations. It helps you understand who's experienced with these gatherings and who might be able to share insights about what to expect. Now you repeat. Have you been to one of their events before? I'm having such a wonderful time. Thank you for inviting me. I'm having such a wonderful time. Thank you for inviting me. This expresses gratitude and positive feelings directly to someone who included you in the event. It's warm and appreciative, and it reinforces the social connections that brought you together. Hosts and inviters love hearing this kind of feedback. Now you repeat, I'm having such a wonderful time. Thank you for inviting me. Would you like to exchange contact information? Would you like to exchange contact information? This takes social event small talk to the next level by suggesting ongoing connection beyond the gathering. Use this when you've had good conversations with someone and want to maintain the relationship. It's a natural way to build your social network. Now you repeat. Would you like to exchange contact information? Fantastic work with those social event sentences. And that brings us to the end of our small talk journey together. You've just learned 50 natural conversation starters that will help you connect with people in every situation you encounter. From commenting on the weather to chatting with neighbors, from workplace conversations to social gatherings, you now have the tools to turn any moment into a friendly exchange. Remember, small talk isn't about perfect grammar or complex vocabulary. It's about being human and sharing simple moments with the people around you. Every time you use one of these sentences, you're not just practicing English. You're building bridges between yourself and your community. Keep practicing these phrases through shadowing. Listen to this video again. Repeat the sentences until they feel natural and automatic. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in real conversations. Your homework is simple. Choose 3 sentences from today's lesson and use them this week. Maybe comment on the weather with a neighbor. Maybe ask a coworker how their project is going. Maybe compliment someone at the store. These small moments of connection will transform your English and enrich your daily life. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'm Megan from English with Ease, and I'm so proud of the progress you're making. Keep practicing, keep connecting, and remember that every conversation starts with just one friendly sentence. Until next time, keep speaking with confidence.